the Transfiguration of the Lord. The New Testament version of the burning bush. In the words of St. Paul, the glory of God on the face of Christ. The glory of God on the face of Christ. Today let us reflect on Peter's experience of the Transfiguration. Peter writes about his experience of the Lord on that mountain in his second letter, which we had for the second reading today. Peter is looking back. What happened to something some time ago, before the crucifixion and before the resurrection. And Peter is writing this. Note these words. This can be a great comfort, a light in your path. Peter says about the Transfiguration, it was a lamp for lighting a way through the dark until the dawn comes. A lamp for lighting a way through the dark until the dawn comes. In a few words, there is so much. Here were these disciples heading into a valley of darkness. And there, unfortunately, they could not, even though Peter and John and James, they had this experience of the Lord. When the moment came, the Lord was arrested and crucified, they could not really make any sense of it, and they were lost in darkness. But Peter, looking back, could see, I saw the face of God. But when I entered into darkness, I couldn't see any hope or light. Dear friends, at some point in your life, you will go through the valley of darkness. At one point, at some point, if you live long enough, one point, you invariably, everybody is bound to go through the valley of darkness. It could be anything. One illness or suffering or the death of a loved one, something will make you feel this is a valley of darkness. And you need some light when you go through the valley of darkness. You see, suppose the light goes, you say we don't have any power cuts, so we have the electricity all the. But if the power goes, you have got some provision, either a torch or a mobile or something, because if it happens, you need a light. In spiritual life, to have a lamp ready. Our spiritual life is all about having that lamp ready for any eventuality. Don't lose your mind when something goes wrong. Don't lose your mind and peace just because life has gone the wrong way. A shocking diagnosis, or somebody's sudden death, or an accident, whatever happens, have a lamp ready. You need that. Always handy nearby. And the Peter says, oh, this is a lamp to lighten a way through the dark until the dawn comes. The dawn will come, but right now this darkness, 4 o'clock in the morning, the darkest hour of the night. But dawn is coming, but I have got a torch, a lamp to light my way through this dark. Always contemplate the face of Christ. I would imagine Peter later on in his life, when he embraced the cross, when he told his executioners, "Crucify me head down," he was probably looking at the glorious face of Christ. Even though when the Lord was crucified, he couldn't see any light. But later on, for his own crucifixion, when he was crucified, I believe Peter was looking at, like Stephen, looking at the glorious face of Christ. We need to be looking at the glorious face of Christ in all circumstances, especially when we go through dark moments of life. Always contemplate the face of Christ, so no darkness will be too much for you, because you have got the light of Christ always, always in your heart, and you will never lose hope or your peace.